Hello, I'm wbz-tv meteorologist Barry Burbank. I've got your forecast for today and for the next several days as we get deeper into the month of April. And today we are setting a milestone here, milestone day on this April 7th, because we're going to have 13 hours on the button of daylight. And when will we have 14 hours on the button? 22 days from now on April 29th. When will we have 15 hours of daylight? On May 29th. When will we have 16 hours of daylight? Never going to happen. 15 hours and 28 minutes is something like that. I think that's the maximum. And we'll have our latest sunset this year on June 26th. Something to look forward to as we go through time. And something to look back on is the snow we get in April. People the last few days saying, what's going on here? What's happening with this snow in April? It's not supposed to happen. Well, it does happen. It happens 76% of the Aprils. It snows from a trace to 6 inches of snow in Boston. That's the data shows it and proves it. There are 17% of the Aprils, going way back to 1872 now, 17% of the Aprils have no snow, and 7% of the Aprils have more than 6 inches of snow. And one of those Aprils was back in 1982, which we'll look at shortly. So far this year, we had just a little bit more yesterday in Boston, bringing the total almost up to 60 inches, just a tenth of an inch below in Boston, and 94.3 inches in Worcester for the year. Worcester had about just a skosh under 3 inches yesterday. So a lot of that snow disappeared yesterday, and more of that will disappear completely today. So those are your totals for this year so far. We're not done with April yet, not forecasting any more snow, at least for the week ahead. But when we did have a huge amount of snow, was 36 years ago. We were here that whole week forecasting that snowstorm, and it got even bigger and bigger as that week went along. We ended up with 10 to 20 inches of snow on the 6th of April, and it lasted into early on April 7th. And it was just amazing because it was followed by the lowest temperature ever recorded so late in the season. On this date, April 7th, back in 1982, it was bone-chilling, 16 degrees in Boston. So we had a lot of blowing and drifting snow around, but no blowing and drifting snow at Fenway Park for this weekend. The Red Sox are hot, but the weather is not. It's cold, only 45 this afternoon at first pitch, as the sunshine will be getting brighter. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. for first pitch as they take on the Rays and finish the series. 43 degrees, that's all it'll be tomorrow afternoon, so that's running about almost 10 degrees below the average. So highs this afternoon around 48, around 3 to 4 p.m. And it's actually going to be a little bit colder in Dallas today than it will be in Boston. The cold air is really draining down through the Plain States, not making it down all the way down to Brownsville, Texas, but plenty cold air. Then we have it warm in Florida. We have it colder in the areas northwest of there, and that's where our frontal boundary is going to be kicking off some heavier thunderstorms. There certainly will be some plain rain over the Masters today, some showers passing over Augusta, Georgia. But for us, most of the rain and snow is gone and will be drying out as sunshine takes over, pushing all the clouds away, but probably just temporarily. They will still build back in again tonight as the next system, ocean storm, gets organized. Will push its cloud shield over us, and we'll see it tomorrow morning. We'll start out cloudy in the lower 30s in Boston, 20s in the north and west, and the snow shield will just about make it up to Nantucket, maybe for a brief spell of time. It could waver still a little bit, so it's not out of the question that the outer part of the Cape could get a touch of snow tomorrow morning, but it may be nothing at all as the storm goes out to sea, and the clearing will come whipping right back in. So we'll start out again tomorrow morning cloudy, then turn sunny. By late afternoon, there'll be lots of these puffy clouds coming down from the west-northwest, which may release a brief snow flurry or two, and up in the mountains there'll be a few snow squalls out of that. Then we'll start with a clear sky on Monday morning. So there's the storm, as you can see, making its closest approach early tomorrow morning, and it's out to sea, and just some cold weather to follow behind that. So here we go for the next 7 days. It looks like this. It's going to be around 48 this afternoon with the sunshine. It'll be about 45 with the sunshine tomorrow afternoon. And after a cold start in the 20s on Monday morning, looks like the afternoon around 47. Finally getting back to near average temperatures by the time we get to Wednesday, and above average temperatures on Thursday by just a small margin. No storms indicated this week. At least that's the way it looks right now. You can watch WBZ News tonight at 6 o'clock and also again at 11. Plus, you can see it on my TV 38 at 8 o'clock. Have a nice weekend.